Oh,
It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the... Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? We've seen one Jet player be taken already. Could a second be right behind? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. On 1st and 10, McNair. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, McNair looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here we go. 2nd down, Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. First down, Prescott. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Oh, look at the juke. Evades the tackler and now some space. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Prescott on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
Come on, let's go!
This is Ajayi, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A.J. Green from 13 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said,
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now McNair off the play fake. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Let's go.
On third down, it's Prescott. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they're operating in the red zone. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Deion Sims, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the number. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the Panthers coming out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd down, McNair. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinators look.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Prescott now on 2nd down.
I know we just saw a nice...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Randy Gregory able to drop him for a loss of 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go!
They run with Ajayi. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jay Ajayi scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Donald Butler.
Thank you. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. He finally got the memo. He got the memo that I'm going to keep scoring. That one.
Well, the man says it's gonna rain, but we're in good, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain, shine. Leave you Sunday It's about to get dirty in the dirty South. I'm about to show you what it's all about. But don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We're gonna tap, light that fire. We're gonna crank that country. Pass that, get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. It's about to get dirty. Watching Henry Clay turn to mud. Slink it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. Once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Gonna get money from head to toe, clean it off. Dipping in the swimming hole. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty South. I'm about to show you what it's all about. Don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We're gonna tap, light that fire. We're gonna crank that country. Pass that, get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. It's about to get dirty. Yeah. Listen, about to get dirty. Girl, your whole life's about to change. Baptized in muddy water, let me hear you say, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty South. About to show you what it's all about. Don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that country. Pass that, get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Everybody get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Listen, about to get dirty.
Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop, sizzle and Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, roll those and throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal. I'm not for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Everything is shaking through the walls. We are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. It's time. CNN, this is Ghetto Editorial. Seems like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are fine as they blow your mind like you could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili. Summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this. Before you with this, you better walk up and off the building up. Best got the heat up the show. Face up the thermometer. I'm gonna take full control. Hey Paul, let him know. I'm not for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Everything is shaking through the walls. We are Heart of David, you know it takes just one. Novus Ordo Seclorum, E Pluribus Unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us. Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline? For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting cheese with everyone on my CPS. Everything is shaking through the walls. We are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. Yes, son. Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromise.